I'm definitely not out here trying to be a Michelin star chef or anything. Now let's go toss some plastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is the 6th installment of the vlog series, and the first thing I want to say is I do want to apologize for not putting out a vlog last week. Honestly, guys, the weather has been so absurdly bad the last 2 weeks that I've fallen way behind on everything. I haven't been able to film course reviews, vlogs, any disc golf related stuff, period. We had that huge cold snap roll through where it was about 14 degrees every morning, and I would wake up, my electronics were dead, my water was frozen. It was just a real testament of the van life. And then right after that, we had one nice day, and then it downpoured for 5 days straight. I'll be honest, through that time, I really thought about just kind of hanging the towel up, call it a day. It felt like everything I was trying to do was just going wrong. I did try to sneak out one day that it was decent out to film, and there was wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour, and it absolutely sailed my tripod, snapped the whole end of it off, and this whole receiver part, this is broken in like 3 different places. And you know, I'm gonna try to super glue it, but everything, needless to say, everything was going south. Hopefully we have officially moved past all of that. The weather looks pretty good for the next week. We are currently in Seneca, South Carolina. There are 2 courses here located on the same property, which is always a huge win. You love to see it. Today we're gonna fire Greta up and we're gonna go check out the championship style course. I'm very excited for this. It's been a while since I've played like a real championship style layout, so I hope it's well maintained. The ratings seem pretty good, so let's go check it out. I cannot believe how gorgeous the drive is this morning. Well, it's so gorgeous that I just missed my turn. All this fog and moisture in the air looks super cool. I don't know if it's gonna be like the best vlog content ever or you're not gonna be able to see a thing, but let's go find out. I'm excited to walk this course. I won't get much of a read on it, but that's fine. This will be cool. Well, we have found the bulletin board with the layouts of the 2 courses. As you can see, this is the small one. It's called the OG course. And then here's the championship style. As you can see, much different, much bigger. I'm really excited to check out both of them. But today we're only gonna be walking around the championship style course. So let's go see what we can find. We have some pretty awesome looking tee signs, nice newer concrete tee pads, and there's even brooms. Having brooms on tee pads is one of the most amazing things. I wish all courses could do it. As you know, they get broken, vandalized, but what an amazing morning. I mean, man, there's nothing quite like a nice foggy morning in the woods. You know when you're at a championship style disc golf course, when I film something little on the tee pad and I've been walking for a while to the point I forgot I was walking a single disc golf hole? There's our fairway, and then the basket's up over here. I completely forgot that this is just all one disc golf hole. It'll be an interesting round. One of the coolest things about walking through woods early morning, especially with the dense fog and a lot of moisture in the air, is that moisture attaches to spider webs so you can actually see them. And when you look on the ground, everywhere you see what looks like a lightly colored leaf, we have 3 of them right here. Those are all ground spider webs, could be like an orb weaver, but absolutely insane. There's tens of thousands of them just completely covering the ground. Super fascinating. It's so amazing how crystal clear this water is, and yet being out here we find this. It looks like probably an old bottle of coolant or something. We're gonna pick that up. I think there's trash cans around this course. One thing I wanna try to talk about and initiate more with my chat is trying to help clean up disc golf courses. And of course, I need to lead by example with that. So that is something I wanna try to do more with these vlogs, and we'll put a whole new meaning on tossing plastic. Overall, this course looks awesome. I am not gonna lie, and it looks fair. None of the fairways seem too chaotic or anything like that. It's definitely gonna be difficult. I think par would be amazing to walk out of here. There is a few birdie holes here and there, but these long ones, they look like they can get you in a world of hurt. I'm using a piece of the broken tripod as a selfie stick, and I'll be honest, it's really nice. It's way nicer than carrying the tripod around, but we are gonna get back to Greta after we're done with all this and try to piece our tripod back together with a lot of super glue. So wish us luck. I swear at some point I saw some trash cans around this course. I've been carrying this thing around for so long, and it's full of sand. It's very heavy. It's got to weigh at least 20 pounds, and you know, you're going uphill, downhill, slipping. It's not ideal, and like I thought about breaking it, but I know especially with old coolant containers, that's where I'd usually put my used oil. So I don't want to put a bunch of like oil-soaked sand and dirt everywhere, but my goodness, it's getting heavy. Well, we just wrapped up our stunningly gorgeous walkthrough of the championship course. Now we have to focus on trying to get our camera patched back together so we can film the smaller course tomorrow morning. As you can see, I did kind of start to piece this back together. I was only outside the van for like 20 minutes. I didn't even hit record yet. And a gust, like I said, a gust of 40 miles an hour just through the tripod, and it landed on clay. I think that's the big reason it broke. But as you can see, we do have some super glue right here. It seems to be holding this together pretty good. And I did super glue the back right here. I know the lighting's not great, but this broke. This did not hold up, and it was just kind of confusing because I also have these parts and a little washer here. And if your glue gets, you know, if any of my glue gets on the underside of this, it won't work. Like, it won't spin. It'll be stuck in one place. So we're gonna give it another shot and hopefully make this thing work. I just filmed the entire process of putting this back together with glue, and my mic wasn't on. So that was a great job by Hunter. Good job. And it's not like I can redo it because, well, it's super glued, so big fail, but we have all the glue in all the right places, I think. We did get the cap in there. I'm just kind of holding pressure on it. That's definitely the weak point, is this little cap here. So I'm trying to keep as much pressure on that as I can. And I think the key is I just want to keep periodically spinning this for about 20 minutes. That way, if any glue got in the wrong places, if it got inside our little coupling here, if that freezes up, then we're hit. You know what I mean? It's garbage. So I think I'm just gonna sit here for probably like 15 minutes and just occasionally spin this. And who knows, maybe we'll have a tripod again, hopefully. So while the glue's set up, I decided I was just gonna shoot to Planet Fitness. I don't plan on playing today. I just need to get a lot of editing done. And my big brain self left the tripod sitting up next to me because I wanted to leave it sitting upright so there's no pressure on the glue. And I hit the brakes one time, it fell forward and exploded again, this time in more pieces. So we're gonna try to glue it one more time. Hopefully it holds up, but I'm gonna guess probably not. A lot of you guys are always asking for more van life specific details during this adventure that we're on. So I'm actually gonna run into Food Line. I'm gonna get some eggs. I need to get some food in my system. I have not eaten anything today, and we're gonna cook them up in the back. I'll show you guys how we do it. Normally, you know, they're better for breakfast, but when it's really dark, lighting in the van is absolutely terrible, and if I wake up and I'm grumpy, I don't want to have to worry about lighting and everything else, as I'm sure you guys can understand. So let's run in there, get some eggs, and whip them up for lunch. So for this video, this is gonna be our little cooking setup here. As you can see, I have my inverter. This is running right from my solar. It's a 2000 watt inverter. It can power a microwave if you get kind of like an RV style microwave. And we always have some good stuff cooking up in there. Right now we got a Valkyrie and some other discs just kind of hanging out. And we have like our little spice cabinet up here. We got our bed, you know, we got totes underneath it. We got the whole shebang. So we're gonna grab our burner out, plug it into the inverter, and get started. So when you're van lifing, obviously every ounce of room really matters. So there's always things tucked away in a million different locations. And I do keep my electric burner in the box just so we're not making a mess everywhere, but this is the one I have. So we're gonna oil up our pan, fire up the inverter, and then we should be good to go. I always love when a store just sells the little boxes of 6 eggs. Six eggs is nothing for me to eat, honestly. They're cheap and they're very high in protein. Normally I would shoot for like 8 to 10. The only downside of cooking in the van, it does warm the van up quickly in the mornings. That is nice. Right in the middle of the day, it's not the best, but it is still very cool outside. We have the windows open, so we have a very cold breeze blowing in. It's just fine. I'm definitely not out here trying to be a Michelin star chef or anything. I'm not very picky, I'm very simple. I just want some good fuel in my body to kind of keep moving. And again, eggs are so cheap, it is definitely the way to go. Fortunately, I did just realize that our little camping bowl is dirty right now. I only have like one of each thing in the van to keep it simple, clean, and organized. But I do have a stack of these as backup. I don't really like using styrofoam, but honestly, sometimes it's what you need to do. So yeah, there you have it. Nothing too crazy. It is quite simple. And then once we finish these up, I'm just gonna hop on the bed. I'm gonna do a ton of editing until I can't take it anymore. Then I'm gonna run in Planet Fitness, get a quick little workout, take a shower, and then figure out dinner. As the sun is starting to set, we are gonna wrap up our first editing session of the day and head inside. And listen guys, if you are new here, if you're enjoying the vlogs or the course reviews or any of the other content I put out, please take a second, hit that like button, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. It does mean the world to me and it helps the channel grow. That's going to wrap up today's vlog. Make sure you guys get outside and go toss some plastic. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.